Hey Cancer, how are you? My name is Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. Cancer, this week I'm going to do your spread with the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Something about it, you just want it. You just want it. I don't know if it's because it's like seasonal, it's like Christmassy, or it's like a little bit different, or I don't know, but you want this deck. We're going to pull the cards out live for you. I just did your little Shufflemancy song and you got the Do You Believe in Magic? Do you believe in magic, Cancer? Is there something magical happening to you this Christmas season? Are you fixing to have it be like real holly and jolly? I don't know, Cancer. So we're gonna pray and we're gonna pull these cards and see. I almost like it's like a surprise. It's like a fun surprise or something that maybe you're planning it, or maybe you're just like expecting it. You're in a very like expectant mood. I don't know, Cancer. Let's see. Father God, thank you for bringing me and my Cancerians in today. I ask that you give me wisdom, clarity, and discernment to deliver these messages accurately. And I ask that you bless and you cover these cards for us for their highest of love, light, alignment, and assignment. To the utmost high, we love you, we praise you, we thank you always. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen, Cancer. 2, 3. 3 crosses. All right. I just looked at my water bottle. There's a 4 crosses. Interesting. Something about that. A couple more shuffles, Cancer. We'll see what we got for you today. Okay, this card is just flying off. Okay. 6 of Swords. 6 of Needles. Okay, so normally the 6 of Swords card is about moving out of a time. Ooh, 3:11. I just looked at the clock. 3:11. Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything perfect in its time, Cancer. 6 of Swords is normally about moving out of a time of conflict, restraint, things that are uncomfortable, a little chaotic, into like smoother waters. What I love about this card is she's sort of like tying herself back together. You're pulling yourself back together after maybe like a hard go of it, Cancer. I like that. I like that very much. Get your shit together. King of Potions, King of Cups in reverse. So maybe you're getting yourself back together. You're getting your things back in order after a time, Cancer, that you were feeling a little like emotionally closed off, maybe a little emotionally like unavailable. This King of Cups, he has this big bottle, right? It's almost like he's ready to like pop the cork and like have a good time, right? Pour him out. This is like not really wanting or able to pour anything out for anyone, maybe not even yourself. So a little emotionally unavailable, maybe a little closed off, maybe just like not feeling super in touch with your emotions, right? Sometimes when there's like a lot happening around us, if we're really like tuned in with our emotions, we can get very overwhelmed and then disheartened and then disappointed and then depressed. So sometimes we just like cut off all emotional flow just so we can like deal and move forward. But it seems like we're moving past this time. That's good. It's very good. As always, these readings, I feel like is asking me, as always, these readings are timeless. When you get to it is when you get to it. This could be your energy, Cancer, or this could also be someone that's like very energetically connected to you as well. So flip it and reverse it as we do here. Interesting. 3 of Potions and the Tower. So the 3 of Cups, that's normally a card of community. It's a card of celebration, right? Having a good time, popping those corks, like we said. And then the Tower. Not all towers are bad. I find that most towers are internal, right? But it's something that's a surprise. The surprise that we were talking about, it's a shakeup. Sometimes it's something that wasn't expected, maybe something that we were hoping for, right? It's usually some kind of divine intervention or some kind of divine detour. Divine's got their hands. God's got his hands all up in your stuff. What's interesting about this 3 of Cups card is that it's sort of got this like Russian doll effect. It's almost, and it's coming out underneath your 6 of Swords. You're kind of putting yourself back together a little bit. This could be after a time of being, like I said, a little emotionally closed off, that you've kind of been looking upwards, right? Maybe doing some spiritual work, or maybe just trying to imagine yourself like moving up the ranks a little bit. And, you know, maybe part of this Tower moment with the moon kind of representing like illusions, things that are hidden, things that aren't readily seen, that one, you might be having like a much better time. You might be feeling a lot better, right? That maybe you thought it'd be harder to get back on your feet for Stella to kind of get her groove back. Maybe you're kind of popping back in the swing of things a little bit. That's funny. That's the color of my nail polish. It's called In the Swing of Things. That's funny. I'm wondering what the number is on the bottle. I'm not gonna go get it. But it might be surprising to you how easily you're stretching, you're growing, you're ascending, you're moving through the ranks. Maybe you didn't see that coming for yourself, that you were actually gonna have like a much better time, a much easier go of it, kind of moving forward than you thought. Queen of Cups, Queen of Potions. Interesting. Very, very interesting, Cancer. So the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Potions, look at her. She's darling. She's darling. This is a card of, in that feminine energy, male or female, being able to receive love. Also being able to like pour out as well, being like a very emotionally like nurturing. You could have had to like I said, maybe you were going through a lot. You had to kind of take a step away from people, places, and things. You might be surprised that part of this Three of Cups, like celebratory communal energy, is that like you've been like welcomed back with like open arms. Maybe people are being a lot more receptive to you. You thought maybe they'd have like a chip on their shoulder. They'd like be a little upset with you because you had to like take some time out for yourself to put yourself back together. But maybe, you know, you're not on the outs in the way that like perhaps you thought you were. Or you might be surprised how much you're like receiving. Again, this feminine energy, this receiving that you're receiving. Do you know what it is? It's maybe perhaps because you were a little closed off for a while, that you thought when you finally decided to try and open yourself back up, almost like you'd get like a little bit of karma, like people would be kind of closed off or not emotionally available to you in the way like you weren't to them in the past. But it seems like perhaps that's actually not the case. And it's not really the case. And it's interesting that she's kind of like dipped into this thing. It's almost like this idea of like an emotional cleansing that you've gone through as well, with this like hot bath, this like hot tub, this hot dip. This hot dip. Two of Cups, Cancer, Two of Cups. Now that I'm actually like really looking at it, it almost feels like your Queen of Cups energy. Interesting. It feels like your Queen of Cups energy has actually almost been like trapped up here at the top of the tower, right? Because see how it's like mirroring? Maybe you're surprised, Cancer, and again, it could be you, it could be someone else, right? You could, Cancer, very well have been in the energy that you've just been trying to do your thing, put yourself back together, get yourself on a good track, good schedule, whatever it may be. And there could have been someone that you were dealing with that was a little emotionally closed off, right? Kind of leaving your Queen of Cups energy up here at the top of this tower. Meanwhile, there perhaps is someone that's been like almost like working their way up. It's a little bit of that like Rapunzel energy, a little bit like working their way up the tower to come and like find you. There's something in that. And then we have this Two of Cups energy. So this is soulmate energy. It's love energy. It's divinely guided partnership and soul tribe, that kind of thing. What always sticks out to me in this card is that these jars don't look anything alike, right? They're very different jars. Normally the Two of Cups, there's like a real symbiosis, cool word, right? Symbiosis in the way that the counterparts or the lovers or the pair kind of come together. Whereas I always like that in this card, the jars look so different. So it could be someone that is unexpected for you, or it could be someone or something that's like not your normal type, that sort of energy, right? It's like, I wouldn't normally pick that kind of person. We don't really seem like we're like the same. We don't really seem like we're the same. There's a fish. There's a fish on this one jar. So they could be like a fellow water sign as well. They could be a Pisces with the fish, or maybe even a Scorpio. Because this is sort of like a very scorpionic deck as well. You could have Pisces in your chart too, Cancer. Pisces moon or Venus. We're in a Pisces moon right now, I believe. We are in a Pisces moon. But Pisces, thank you. Pisces, yeah, Pisces and fish, they also represent flow. It represents abundance, even like monetary assistance, all of that kind of stuff, right? That perhaps that moon energy, that what you didn't realize or see coming was that there's going to be this influx of universal divine love in terms of assistance, abundance, blessings, right? That kind of thing. That could be like the positive tower moment that's kind of unlocking you from the top a little bit, which is going to bring in this celebratory energy for you, almost as though they're like raising you up, right? Almost like this is your higher self, this is one of your angels, and they're like, you're kind of able to climb on top of them, right? Like raising you. I want to go raise the roof now. Now I'm hearing the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. It's a very 90s party song. Maybe you're a 90s baby Cancer. Ten of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So the 10 of Candles, the 10 of Wands. That's usually a card that's like kind of burdensome, right? It's like just like heavy baggage, real heavy baggage. Somebody has been getting heartburn and indigestion. Somebody's getting heartburn and indigestion. You're eating too much acid, like too many like tomatoes, or like you're drinking a lot of energy drinks, like Red Bulls and like stuff like that. It's giving you like indigestion and heartburn. It's because the stuff you're drinking is too acidic. That just came through for someone. Just whatever, take it or leave it. That just came through for someone. But it's directly underneath this tower and this 2 of Cups, this 2 of Potions. I love that in this card too, that the 10 of Wands is represented by candles, melting candles. Melting candles are very symbolic of age and also time. The idea that you're getting too old to do the things that you want to do. Go and live and fulfill your dreams. The idea that time is running out. You're right. Perhaps for you to find this 2 of Cups, this divinely guided love, right? Maybe perhaps you had to take a step out, Cancer. Like I said, you're feeling a little closed off, emotionally unavailable. You had to get your stuff together, and you maybe assume that throughout that time, it would take you so long to accomplish that, but that by the time you did, enunciation, that by the time you did, perhaps the counterpart to you, right? This is a perfect pair, but you were kind of out of alignment, or someone else was out of alignment. Flip it and reverse it. That by the time it took you to get into that alignment, that you would have run out of time, right? But again, I just want to point it out again, but the way that these are going across is that with the 3 of Potions, the 2 of Potions, and the Queen of Potions, and don't forget, the 3 and the 2, that's 5. That's 5 of Cups, which is feeling a little regretful, feeling like a really remorseful energy. It's that like, like I wish I could, but like I just couldn't at the time, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. That again, it's like they've been like raising you up so that way you could like reach this and like give it to the Queen of Cups to get her out of this tower, almost like a love potion. Almost like give her like a love potion, but like energetically, because don't do love potions. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. I know there's someone out there like, ooh, a love potion. Don't even try it. Don't even get yourself involved in that nonsense. It's not Twitter. We don't do that over here. Oh, okay. I got more than I expected. That might be something for you too. You got more than you expected. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Hermit in reverse, coming out of hiding. These are the only 2 reverse cards. Coming out of hiding, coming out of that emotional isolation, right? This also has very like devilish energy for me too. Very like boogeyman, very like, don't be vulnerable, you'll get your heart broken. It's like a little bit like that, coming out of that kind of negative headspace directly underneath the 3 of Potion, which is more of an elevation, right? With the Ace of Candles underneath, this is like a new. This is a fresh new candle. Ace of Wands also represents new energy, right? Aces are always beginnings, but something that you could be like really excited about, something that illuminates with that fire, that sun energy. We are still in Sagittarius season. Followed by the 8 of Presents. So the 8 of Pentacles, the ability to work. So it really is very interesting that you thought you were maybe running out of time. You were getting too old to accomplish your dreams, because this Two of Potions, it could be a person, but this could also be like something that is a mate to your soul. So that could be your soul purpose as well, like your mission, your destiny, right? This could be aspects of self-love as well, your masculine and your feminine sides both kind of coming together. But in actuality, you're being elevated to come out of that hiding. It's almost, it feels a little bit like you kind of are getting to the top of the tower. Like I said, this is like a surprise for you, or this is like a surprise you're bringing towards someone else. Maybe it's both. But that you got to the top of the tower and then you almost got like stage fright. You almost got a little bit of stage fright. But then they hand you this Ace of Wands to kind of illuminate this room, right? Because the Queen of Potions, it's like dark where she is, right? Like there's not a lot of illumination. So if this is like another person, this could be someone that also like didn't really know what was going on. Kind of, I don't want to put this. It's almost like excited about like the work, one that you want to put in, excited about the work that you want to put in. But see, it's like this big bag of gifts too. It's like being risen. It's like being risen up the ranks, up to the tower. It's like almost like not coming in empty-handed. It's an energy of not coming in empty-handed. Excited that it's like, not only am I here, but like I have something to share. I have something to offer. I have also like, with this being like illumination, that fire energy, like I have like warmth and clarity for you too. Feels like this card wants to come up from the bottom. The Fool. Beautiful. The big adventure, Cancer. Virgo had a little bit of big adventure energy. This is faith. This is going out on a limb. And the Five of Wands in reverse, coming out of conflict, illuminating the fact that you're very excited about putting the work in to offer or bring in more. And again, flip it or reverse it. More than just yourself, but again, time, perhaps energy, perhaps commitment, work, the ability to also work through things, work through conflict to come out of it and sit in and very adventurous, faithful energy, full of faith, perhaps literally like faithful to go out on that limb. Beautiful. I was talking, what did I say before? 3 and 2 is the Five of Cups. To come out of the Five of Cups, to come out of regret, to come out of remorse. It's almost that like I'd kick myself if I didn't do it. I'd kick myself if I just didn't do it. It's like I have to know. It's like that I have to know energy. I'm hearing that song, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me, twice on the pipe if the answer is no. 5, 6, 7 of Potions in reverse. This talks about like a variety of different options, right? This is like not wanting other options, Cancer. This is like, there is only one. Right on top of the Two of Cups. You big softies. 5 of Pentacles. All the 5s are in reverse. Is this all of them? What am I missing any? 5 of Candles in reverse. 5 of Potions. 5 of Presents. So 5 of Pentacles is like coming out of the cold. I just need the 5 of Swords. I have almost all of the 5s. What did I say before? 4 crosses? 4 crosses. And technically, a cross is like this. So it's almost looking like a sword. Interesting. Interesting. This is coming out of the cold. Coming out of conflict. Coming out of regret. Coming out of isolation. Maybe the 4 of Swords is, maybe that's why it's not out, because the 4 of Swords is like rest, recovery, recuperation, and that's something that you've already been doing. That's something that you've already been doing. So maybe that's why it's not coming out, because you've already done that. You've already done that. You have strength. You have strength in reverse, which oftentimes talks about, it could be like a lack of energy. Maybe that's why this Ace of Wands is coming out too, like after like a long go of it, right? It's also, it talks about self-confidence too, like not feeling super confident in yourself as well. It's wanting to come out of that. There could be a thing, like I said, you want to come out of conflict. You want to come out. Hold, can I have a second? Can I have a sec? Hold for production, Cancer. This is the final push. That's what this is, because you want to come out of the cold. You want to come out of conflict. You want to come out of regret and remorse. You're trying to sit in a very faithful, hopeful, optimistic energy, because you don't really want to explore any other options. You kind of know what you want, but you are having a little bit of that confidence. Like I was saying about that timing, like maybe that time ran out for me. I took too long, like whatever it may be. It's like there's like a final push. Again, it's like getting to the top of the tower and getting cold feet. There's like a final push that you need. The Empress. The Empress. You know, it's interesting. I just feel called to like note it. If I look at my analytics on my channel, the primary gender that I read for is women. I read for mostly women on this channel, but I feel lately, particularly in the Gemini and the Cancer collectives, I feel as though, maybe you're not here yet, maybe you're coming in, but I feel as though I'm picking up like a lot more masculine energy. And not just energetically, we all have female and masculine energy within us, but I keep feeling like I'm picking up more about like males, or maybe like I'm just having a lot of cross watchers. That could be. But it's the Empress. I don't know if this is the final push, like some kind of confirmation that you need, Cancer, or if this is you coming into male or female, your divine feminine energy, letting you know like this is something like you are intended to receive. There's a reason why you kind of went through the ringer with all of this, because you are intended to receive it. Again, it's like another 3. It talks about alignment, body, mind, and soul. It also talks about divinity. 3 means like 6, which is an equal energy exchange. This could also be your ability to divinely receive the strength and the confidence that you need to do this. See if anything else wants to come out for you. There's a competitive edge here, Cancer. Your video is getting a little long. There's a competitive edge here. I think the final push you need is a little, honestly, it might be like competition. Like a little bit of that, if I don't move, I'm going to miss out on it. Because you have the Judgment in reverse, right? Judgment is normally sort of like a resurrection energy, right? And this is like Santa's, like his good list, right? So it's almost like the fear of ending up on the naughty list forever, right? Not having that redemption of the opinion of you. With the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Presents, which represents like an investment. And then the 9 of Candles, which really talks about being like a little bit of a wounded warrior. Like I said, you've been through it, but also like really like holding your ground at the same time to like fight like one more good fight. There is something in that. I mean, you're so close to Leo that Cancers hold a lot of pride as well, that the idea, it's almost like your good name. I'm hearing like my good name. And I just heard A Few Good Men. That might be a movie for some of you. Four of Cups. Yeah, that's emotional, like, dissatisfaction, like, not being happy with what you have, not being happy with the opinion that's current, that you feel. It could be a projection, honestly, but the opinion that you feel is people are having of you, or this Empress / Queen of Cups may be having of you, that might be, it's that, like, I have to know, like, I can't let that be, like, my last impression sort of thing. Anything else? Piece of advice? Two of Candles. Shit or get off the pot. Basically, this is like, choose a path, Cancer. Choose a path. You have to pick a path. It's almost like going into the unknown a little bit. Going into the unknown, but you kind of have to. It's the Lovers. It's the Lovers, Cancer. It's a choice. It is just so it's so funny. I was just talking about Gemini. This is Gemini in energy. But it's about making a choice to do it or not to do it. Two of Cups, Empress, King and Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Lovers. So, pick your player, Cancer. Pick your player. You're going to be very surprised, or you're going to surprise someone. Queen of Pentacles. It's that nurturing energy. It's that nurturing energy. The Five of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Cups. So, Cancer, this was your reading. Very interesting. Very fun. It's a fun deck. I like this deck. I'm going to go over on the Patreon and I'm going to go do your extended reading to see if we can't find out what happens after this. I'm very curious. How does this play out with the Queen of Cups, Empress energy? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Cancer? We're going to find out. So, if I am going to see you on the Patreon, I will see you very soon. If I leave you here, I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me. All of my information is in the description. So, the link to the Patreon, my email for personals, my social media links, and all the decks that I use in case you want to get them for yourself. A little holiday gift for Cancer. So, I love you so much. Stay prayed up. Stay blessed. Stay sweet. I'll see you next time.